Hey, just read my book, boo. How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna read y'all. Okay, so like I only read the first 4 pages, and it was like, oh. So I said I'm gonna have to read this with y'all. Hey, Carrie Ray. Good night, boo. You have a good night, honey. Appreciate you stopping in, girl. I see a few other people here. Y'all go ahead and like the video. We're gonna read a little bit, okay? It is The Untold Secrets by Douglas E. Hobson. Okay. It is a black man, a black author. Okay. The Untold Secret. The story of Douglas E. Hobson will blow your mind. Okay. The life of a young boy who survived molestation and child abuse and is now setting his sights on setting the captives free. Okay. This is a book, one of 3 parts, okay, series detailing the plot of the enemy and the triumph of Christ and believers in life. Okay. So like I said, the first few pages, y'all gonna have to stick with me, girl. I know y'all gonna be looking at this motherfucker. We ain't gonna do but one chapter a night. It's a small book. It's really small. I guess for the series. It's only about what 141 pages. Okay, so it's a little bitty book. So we're gonna start with it was something here. Okay, I want to start with his disclosure. Okay, hey Carrie, Sugar Cane. Hey Lady Key Boo, how y'all doing? All right. This is his disclosure. Okay, so I hadn't started chapter 1 yet. This book is written solely for the intent of relying my testimony so that others may have gone with. Wait, now I'm reading this how it's written. So if y'all want to talk y'all shit, okay, just know I'm reading verbatim. Okay, this book was written solely for the intent of relying my testimony so that others who may have gone through or are currently going through this situation may receive comfort, hope, and understanding of the restorative power of God. This book is not in any way intent to discredit anyone's moral character or integrity. For this reason, the names of the persons involved has been changed to protect their identity and moral character and integrity. So, based on that disclosure alone, hey, Victoriously Love friend, hey, Melissa. Based on the disclosure alone, you guys, this is a true story. Okay. Chapter 1. Here we go. You want me to get ZT to 2? Hell no. Okay, Crafting House. We only have a few pages here. So we're going to go through these and see what's happening in this book, honey. Look, I got to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Okay. It all began January 7th of 1980 in the small city of Rahway, New Jersey at Rahway General Hospital around 3:30 in the afternoon. A 13-pound, 12-ounce baby was born. The biggest baby to date ever to be born in this hospital. Baby, baby. That's a big ass baby, honey. And he ain't but 2 years older than me. Oh, bless his heart. He been through a lot. Okay. So I was born to a single mother. She had been with my father for over 10 years with no prospect of marriage. I was born on a cold day in a lonely, cold world that will only get colder and lonelier as the years progress. I grew up in a small town and everyone there seemed to know my mother. The problem wasn't much so that they knew her. It was what she was known for that caused so much grief. She was known for fighting, cutting people, and being very promiscuous. Oh, have mercy. Okay. The first 5 years of my life were the most difficult. I was abused emotionally, physically, and sexually. I was beaten for no reason, constantly yelled at, and verbally abused. I became accustomed to many different men in and out of our home. This is our way of life. My mother worked 3 jobs as a bartender in order to keep the lights on, food on the table, and gifts under the Christmas tree. She was hardly ever there. We never had a chance to form a mother-son bond that I craved. I never had the chance to experience aquariums, zoos, and birthday parties, which was why I'm still a big kid at heart. In her absence, I grew up way before my time. During this time, I was being molested by my mother and uncle. To this day, I cannot understand how could you touch that which you gave birth to or allow someone else to touch and hurt them in such a way that they can't go to the bathroom for days at a time. Ja! This is a part of the untold secret. I never mentioned anything to anyone concerning the sexual or physical abuse until Wednesday, March 13th of 1985. I arrived at school that morning and I couldn't sit down because of the pain. My teacher told me to sit down 3 or 4 times, and I said to her, I can't, it hurts. She came back to my desk and took me into the principal's office because she thought I was being defiant. Once in the principal's office, he asked me why I refused to sit down. My reply was, it hurts. I explained that my back and my bottom were in pain. When they lifted up my shirt, the skin on my back was ripped open due to the beating my mother had given me the night before because one dish was dirty in the cabinet. My bottom was hurting because my uncle, the person watching me, had molested me that same night. The principal had to take me to the school to the nurse to look at me. Once they were done checking me out, the principal called DSS, the Department of Social Services. DSS came to the school and spoke with me. Afterwards, I was placed in a foster home while they went to speak with my mother. My mother, of course, denied all the social workers addressed with her, with no grounds to keep me. Now, okay, y'all listen to this. With no grounds to keep me from my family. I was going to be sent back after the time in juvenile system and counseling. When it was time to go back home, I was so scared that I ran away just so I didn't have to go back. Eventually, I ended up back at home. The beatings and the molestation continued. My mother threatened to kill me, hide my body, and tell DSS I ran away if I told anyone I was still being physically and sexually abused. So I kept my mouth closed and went to school pretending that everything was okay. Every day I dreaded leaving school because it was the only place I felt safe. At school, no one yelled at me, no one touched me inappropriately. It was my safe haven. From that moment, my mother threatened me. Hatred began to fester in my heart towards her. Specifically, because I felt if she did not love me since I wait, because I can't read, y'all got tips. Because I felt she did not love me since she became pregnant again in the midst of the abuse she and my uncle inflicted on me with the arrival of my baby sister. What time my mother did have for me was now taken away. So not only was I dealing with multiple layers of abuse, but now I found myself dealing with rejection. The abuse I endured left an opening that easily allowed the spirit of rejection to enter. How many times do we harbor hatred in our hearts and carry on as if it was nothing there? How many times have we swept such harmful thoughts and emotions under the proverbial rug? These are all entry points for different types of spirits to infiltrate people's lives. The spirit of rejection affects people in three ways, in three specific ways: separation from God, separation from others, and separation from self. It is an isolating spirit that attempts to drive people into a cave of destruction. If you have experienced rejection, you may soon also feel that God has rejected you, and you may start to pull away from God. Or are you constantly afraid that He will reject you? That's exactly what condemnation, I can't say it, condemnate, y'all know what the fuck I'm saying, okay? It is the fear of rejection, goddamn it. So y'all go look it up. I can't pronounce it. Wait a minute, condemnation. That's what the fuck it is. It's condemnation. Okay, my mama taught me how to read and sound out. All right. People struggling a lot with feelings of guilt and condemnation are actually dealing with rejection in some form. When you believe in the lie of rejection, you can easily reject yourself as well. By being angry at yourself, by condemning yourself for sin you have done, and by blaming yourself. Once you begin to experience rejection without addressing and dealing with it, you will also begin to reject other people. You will be unable to you will be unable to love both God and other people. Rejection will cause you to pull away from other people. The devil wants you to experience rejection, for it is the main thing that will separate you from love, both from God and from others. It will also keep you from being able to accept and love yourself. Okay, when I say love yourself, it does not mean being selfish. The devil is terrified that you would discover how much God really loves you because it will do great damage to his kingdom. Therefore, you will also encounter resistance when you've decided to go after God's love. When I teach about God's love and grace, those that I have the most resistance from and who prosecute me the most are those who prosecute me the most are those who are religious or legal. Oh Lord, legalistic. I can't read today, y'all. Okay, religion outside of Christ's love breeds a strong spirit of rejection with the intent of keeping you from discovering God's love and grace. The following list demonstrates the path which the spirit of rejection may have gained a foothold on your life. Rejection in your generation. Generational curse. You are a result of an undesired pregnancy. Your parents wanted a boy. You were adopted. One or both of your parents died when you were a child. Middle child syndrome. You are conceived in pure lust, not love. Your parents got divorced. The absence of a parent, especially a father, not being loved like you should be by your parents, especially from your father. All forms of abuse from parents and parental figures. Rejected by the opposite sex, especially during your teen years. Not being married, loneliness, long term illness. One can easily feel rejected by both from God and man when you have a disease. Divorce, that's being long term illness. Okay. Divorce, legalistic and religious preaching, a broken heart, loss of someone close to you. In general, experience any type of rejection by others. Fruit of rejection includes you pull away from other people, you pull away from God, you search for love in all the wrong places. Negative and persuasive desires, condemnation, guilt, judgment, legalism, disbelief, not trusting God, worry, dissatisfaction, perfection, not willing to be open or confess sin, fear of rejection, hatred, self blame or condemnation, being double minded, depression, hopelessness, discouragement, anxiety, human fear, not trusting God, yourself, or others, uh, uh, accusations against God, yourself, and others, loneliness, isolation, lying, self pity, jealousy and envy, uncertainty, low self esteem, fear of making mistakes, fear of abandonment, discontent, stubbornness, rebellion, control over others. Rejection results in people feeling that they are not wanted or loved. It also means not fit for use. It also is true that when you have received love, the rejection in you will reject it. Okay? You reject the thing that you need the most. But you have to tear down the wrong idea of rejection. This spirit has been built in your thoughts and mind. You need to believe and see that God loves you unconditionally and that you are accepted by him. Because God loves you, he has not stopped loving. He cannot stop loving you. If God is love, he needs someone to love. Only what God says about you is true. Not that you think and feeling or what others have said about you. So let what God says about you be true, and let every other word or thought or what someone else has said about you be a lie. Okay? If rejection is not your problem, what would you feel? Well, you will feel loved, accepted, and happy. And that is how God wants you to feel. As we look at the spiritual aspects of the spirit of rejection, we see now that it can affect and infect us in long-term relationships, whether being in personal relationships or within other businesses or ministry. We never want to transfer what we have inside of us to the next generation. As you continue to read this book, you will understand why it's very important to forgive and to be delivered and to be set free. Okay, so that is chapter one. She said, "This too heavy for me." I told you, girl. I was like, I read the first. I was like, okay, there's some people over here that needs to hear this. So I decided to let my people know. Let my people know. All right, that's chapter one, you guys. That was only 19 pages. That wasn't bad at all. See? So y'all didn't know I could read, did you? Uh-huh. I know that. This Mississippi mud duck know how to read, chat. I ain't got all these encyclopedias for nothing, chat. It is pretty deep for me as well when I first read it. Yes, the hood table. That's why I stopped. I was like, wait a minute, they might want to hear this. So the hood table girl, after we do this one book, he said this is a series of three. We gonna have a discussion about it, girl, and we might have to go find a second and third book, see what's going on. So I hope y'all guys enjoyed the first chapter. The name of the book is Untold Secrets by Douglas E. Hobson, and that's spelled Hopson, and it can be picked up on Amazon. The Hood Table. If you're still in here, isn't it on Amazon? Because I ordered it straight from the horse's mouth, girl. Because the Hood Table had the hook up over there. I told y'all. Okay. Once a child is hurt, it makes my heart say, yes, Carrie Ray. Oh my gosh. It's real life. And he said that the names was changed. That's why you might have came in a little late. But I was reading the dedication, and he said that he changed names and stuff, so it wouldn't mess with people's identity or their integrity and stuff. So from the disclosure, this is a real story. Yes, Victoria's in love. I hadn't skipped ahead of y'all, so I don't know what's going on. I told you I just read the first few pages and I decided to read it to y'all. So I ain't gonna say it's I can't tell y'all no extra because I don't know. We reading this together, honey. Yes, it's available on Amazon, and I'm hosting his book signing here in Omaha, Nebraska. Come through, girl. Okay. Girl, he signed my book, baby. He said to DM. You're in the right place at the right time and watch God. Okay. We always watching. All right. Hey, Heaven sent. Yes, Crafts and I think this is gonna be real good. It's deep, but it's good. I like the way he wrote it because he was telling his life stories and then he putting stuff in there for us to look at in life and what we, you know what I'm saying, the aspects and stuff. So I kind of like that. That makes you think. Also, and by the way, they are already in production to make it a movie. Hell no! Hell no! Come through, come through, Douglas E. Okay. Well, baby, I know I feel like I'm doing something now, baby, because I done read the book and then the movie come out. Girl, this is gonna be like high school, bitch. Have an idea for a book reading when we can get a second book. Well, you know what? Carrie Ray, that's what we might have to start doing, child, getting us some good old stuff over here. He's an apostle, which explains why his biblical verbiage in the book it was as well. Yes, yes. Now you know. Well, I knew that. Everybody didn't know that. Everybody, he is an apostle. Um, the author of this book. I don't know why I thought I told y'all that already, but I know I didn't. But that's why he's going referring. But hell, we all need God in our life, honey. Okay. Okay, come on through, Carrie Ray. Baby, come on through, honey. Girl, come on with it, baby. You know I'm all for the suggestions, boo. And also, Carrie Ray, you were sponsored for the raffle too, boo. There was a few of y'all sponsored. I'm gonna have to go back here and look. I just seen somebody else got another ticket. Don't y'all forget about y'all tickets, cause y'all already know Friday night is the raffle. Oh my boo, where you been? Hey boo. I don't know if you in my bushes or not, but hey boo. Mwah. And certified boo, are you still in here? You were sponsored as well. I tell you offline by who because I know she's one of my bush watchers and you know who it is though, I think. I don't know. But you were just sponsored as well, boo. Okay, Carrie Ray, email me your idea for another book. Hello, Internet. I don't know how to say your last name, but how you doing, honey? All right, yeah. She said thanks, Tommy sponsors. I really appreciate it. We got to say to our sponsors. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna let them know, Carrie. Hey, KJ Boo, how y'all doing? So, y'all, I think that first chapter was like, whew. And then like how he left us off on the first chapter. You told us the real deep good shit, and then all of a sudden, baby. Yes, the surprise raffle is tomorrow, you guys. So y'all already know how we turn up on a Friday night. Okay. I came in. I'm gonna win. Yes, you're gonna win, Grammy Love. We gonna put the luck on you. Rub some luck on them, Miss Pam. Rub some luck on Miss Carrie Ray and Grammy Love. Girl, you won last week. You got to give out the luck now. All right, you guys. I'm gonna holler at you guys later. So obviously, we're just gonna do one chapter over here every Thursday at 8. So obviously, I don't know. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna be reading fast or nothing, but it didn't take me long to read that first chapter. And the second one, it don't look like it's much longer. It may be a little bit longer. So we'll probably be over here about 30 minutes the next week, next Thursday. And so yeah, 30. The second chapter, okay, the second chapter is a little bit thicker. We might get some more tea in this chapter, okay? So I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all coming in. Oh, Miss Pam, your stuff is there. Both of your gifts out, y'all. In case y'all was wondering, like, I don't remember Pam winning twice. Well, Josh felt like he wanted to give Miss Pam something, so he got Miss Pam something, and she ended up winning the next week as well. So, Miss Pam, both of your stuff, your gifts is at the office waiting on you, boo. Because I had just checked it today. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Bye, Leela. See y'all later.